Soundings Audiobooks presents an unabridged recording of Night in the Front Line. Edited and introduced by Anne-Marie Einhaus. Read by Gordon Griffin and Anne Dover. The moral right of the author has been asserted. This performance is owned by Soundings, Whitley Bay, NE26 2JT.
Introduction. In 1945, reflecting on the experience of war on the home front, novelist and short story writer Elizabeth Bowen observed, "People whose homes had been blown up went to infinite lengths to assemble bits of themselves. Broken ornaments, odd shoes, torn scraps of the curtains that had hung in a room, from the wreckage. In the same way, they assembled and checked themselves from stories and poems, from their memories, from one another's talk." Like its predecessor, the Second World War sparked the writing and publication of hundreds of short stories. In the words of writer and anthologist Dan Davin, in the Second World War, as in the Great War, writing somehow got done, despite the dangers and distractions, perhaps because there was a deep psychological need for storytelling. While many of these short stories were written by and for civilian readers, stories were also read and written by servicemen and women, including Davin. They appeared in magazines and collections during and after the war, and addressed all areas of the conflict, from the home front to service abroad. Short stories offer a wonderful insight into everyday concerns on the various front lines, and illustrate the humour that kept up morale, as well as the despair and confusion felt by so many. Some authors who captured the experience of the Second World War in short fiction are still very well known today, particularly those who also published longer novels. Elizabeth Bowen, Graham Greene and Christopher Isherwood are household names of modern British fiction. But given how central a place the Second World War holds in Britain's national memory, there are surprisingly few anthologies dedicated specifically to short stories about the war, and fewer are still readily available in print. This anthology hopes to introduce interested readers to a small selection of stories that are both unique representations of individual war experience and representative of larger trends. Two anthologies collect the largest number of Second World War stories between them, some of which are included here. Dan Davin's short stories from the Second World War, 1982, and Anne Boston's Wave Me Good.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?